His high school girlfriend, whom he loves deeply, has been kidnapped. He spends the entire day searching for her everywhere but can't find a single clue. Days pass by, and then, shockingly, Charley discovers something unbelievable. The person who kidnapped his girlfriend is none other than his own neighbor. Even more terrifying, he hears from others that this man is a vampire. Curious and frightened, Charley decides to follow the man to see the truth for himself. What he witnesses leaves him frozen in fear. He sees his neighbor drinking human blood right in front of his eyes. Shocked and horrified by what he just saw, Charley realizes he must do something brave and dangerous, to save his girlfriend and get her out of this nightmare. Welcome back to Movie Unlimited. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope to motivate me. The movie begins in a large high school, showing students attending class. Among them are two friends, Charley and Ed, sitting together, wondering why their friend Mark hasn't shown up. He's been missing from class all day, and they start to worry about him. After school, they decide not to waste any time and head straight to Mark's house. But they don't go there to ask his parents where he is. When they arrive, something feels terribly wrong. The house is completely silent, and no one answers the door. When they step inside, they find it pitch dark, all the lights are out, and the entire house feels cold and empty. It's like the place has been abandoned overnight. Unable to find anyone or any clue, the two friends decide to come back the next day. They convince themselves that maybe Mark and his family have gone on a sudden trip. With that thought, they head back home. The next morning, Charley is getting ready for school when he notices his mother outside talking to their new neighbor, a man named Jerry. Jerry recently moved into their neighborhood and seems friendly. To Charley's surprise, his mother seems to be getting along quite well with him. She smiles as they chat, and it almost feels like the start of something new between them. Charley, who grew up without a father figure, has never seen his mother talk to a man like this before. Seeing her happy makes him smile too. Feeling cheerful, he heads to school and later tells his girlfriend, Amy, about his mother's new acquaintance. Charley jokes that the guy is actually quite handsome, and he tells Amy she should come over later so he can introduce her to Jerry. That evening, when Amy comes over, she finds Charley's mother already talking to Jerry. They all greet each other, and Jerry seems polite and charming. Later that night, Charley decides to visit his friend Ed, since they had planned to meet. But when he gets there, Ed shares some shocking news. He tells Charley that he thinks their missing friend Mark might actually be dead. Even worse, he believes that a vampire killed him, and not just him, but possibly his whole family too. Charley can't believe what he's hearing. He laughs it off, thinking Ed is joking. But Ed looks serious. He explains that he suspects their new neighbor, Jerry. He's noticed that Jerry's house is always dark, and no lights ever come on at night. That's how vampires live, Ed says nervously. In darkness, Charley becomes angry. He tells Ed that accusing someone of being a vampire is crazy and unfair. The two friends argue, and in the end, they walk away from each other upset. Charley goes home frustrated, while Ed, feeling disappointed that his friend doesn't believe him, walks back alone. But then, something terrifying happens. Out of nowhere, Jerry appears in front of Ed on the dark street. Ed freezes in shock. Seeing Jerry right there, knowing what he suspects about him, sends chills down his spine. Jerry looks calm, even amused. He smirks and asks Ed why he's so scared, why he's trying to run away. As Jerry steps closer, Ed's fear grows stronger. He wants to run, but his legs won't move. Suddenly, the truth is revealed. Jerry really is a vampire. His fangs appear, his eyes glow, and before Ed can scream, Jerry attacks. He grabs Ed and bites into his neck, drinking his blood. It's a horrifying moment. The movie then reveals that Jerry was indeed the one who killed Mark and his entire family. Everything Ed said was true, but Charley didn't believe him until it was too late. The next day at school, Charley notices that Ed is missing too. That's when he starts to worry. Two of his friends, gone, one after another. Feeling uneasy, Charley decides to go to Ed's house to check on him. When he gets there, he doesn't find Ed. Instead, he finds strange things inside his room, books and notes about vampires, and his computer still turned on. Charley starts scrolling through Ed's computer and discovers a bunch of research about vampires, including videos. One particular video catches his attention. It's a recording of their neighbor, Jerry. In the video, Jerry seems to be worshipping something in the dark. His face looks strange and unnatural. As Charley keeps watching, he realizes that Ed and Mark had been secretly following Jerry and recording him for days. They even took photos of him doing strange things at night. Seeing all of this, Charley's heart starts racing. The truth is finally clear, Jerry really is a vampire. Terrified and unsure what to do, Charley rushes home. He finds his mother and warns her not to talk to Jerry anymore. He begs her to stay away from him and to never, ever let him inside their house. His mother, confused by Charlie's sudden fear, looks at him in shock. She doesn't understand why her son is acting like this or why he's suddenly so paranoid. But Charlie knows what he saw. He knows the danger is real. And deep down, he realizes that this is only the beginning of a nightmare that's about to unfold. But Charlie doesn't stop here. He's determined to uncover the full truth, still hoping that maybe his friends aren't dead but kidnapped, and possibly trapped inside Jerry's house. With his heart pounding and fear running through his veins, Charlie makes a bold and dangerous decision. He sneaks into Jerry's house while the vampire is away, moving carefully and quietly, trying not to make a single sound. Every corner feels cold and heavy, and the house is wrapped in complete silence. Step by step, Charlie explores each dark room, looking for any sign of his missing friends. But what he finds inside shocks him to the core. There are rooms filled with blood stored in glass containers. It looks like Jerry has been keeping the blood of his victims. Charlie's hands tremble as he looks around, realizing the horrible truth. Jerry has been kidnapping people from the neighborhood and feeding on them. In another room, Charlie notices something else, a large, disturbing painting of a vampire surrounded by candlelight. Strange symbols are drawn on the walls, and it looks like some kind of dark ritual was performed there. Charlie can barely breathe as he watches the flickering candles light up the terrifying artwork. Knowing that no one would believe him without proof, he pulls out his phone and records everything he sees. Once he captures enough evidence, he quickly sneaks out of the house before Jerry returns. Back home, Charlie sits in front of his computer and starts searching online for anyone who might know how to deal with vampires. He knows that if he tells the police or even his own mother, no one would ever believe him. They'd think he's crazy. So, he spends days searching until he finally comes across the name of a man called Peter Vincent, a famous vampire expert and hunter who's known for killing vampires in the past. Without wasting a moment, Charlie goes straight to Peter Vincent's place. When he meets him, he explains everything: how his friends disappeared, how his neighbor might be a vampire, and how he suspects Jerry is behind all of it. Peter listens carefully but doesn't seem too surprised. Confident and calm, he tells Charlie that if what he's saying is true, it'll be an easy job for him. He promises that he'll take care of the vampire. Hearing this, Charlie feels relieved. He finally thinks he has someone on his side. Feeling hopeful, he returns home and tries to relax for the first time in days. That night, he sits with his mother and his girlfriend, Amy, sharing drinks and trying to forget about all the fear and chaos. But the peace doesn't last long. Suddenly, there's a loud knock on the door. It's Jerry. Charlie's mother looks surprised and starts to open the door, but Charlie quickly stops her, shouting, "Don't open it." His mother hesitates, then tells Jerry firmly through the door that she's not letting him in. She warns him to leave or she'll call the police. Hearing this, Jerry's face darkens with anger. His polite, friendly act disappears. He starts yelling furiously, threatening to kill them all. Charlie, Amy, and his mother are frozen in fear as Jerry's voice echoes through the night. Then, in a terrifying act of rage, Jerry grabs a can of kerosene, pours it all around the house, and sets it on fire. Flames burst out, lighting up the dark neighborhood. The family screams as smoke fills the air. They rush to the car outside, with Charlie's mother jumping into the driver's seat. She hits the gas and speeds off, while Jerry, unbelievably fast because of his vampire strength, starts chasing after them on foot. He's faster than any human could ever be. His eyes burn with fury as he runs, closing in on them. Suddenly, he appears right in front of their car, blocking the road. But Charlie's mother doesn't stop, she drives straight over him. The car bumps hard as it hits Jerry, and she screams in shock. For a moment, everything is quiet. But deep inside, Charlie knows that Jerry isn't dead. You can't kill a vampire that easily. They all realize that Jerry will never stop hunting them, and the fear grows stronger than ever. From that day on, Charlie and his loved ones begin preparing to protect themselves. They know the vampire won't stop until he gets what he wants. The next day, Charlie and Amy go to a crowded nightclub to meet Peter Vincent again. They need his help to end this once and for all. Vincent, confident as ever, tells them he'll help kill Jerry. But things take a dark turn. Jerry appears at the club too. In the middle of the chaos, Jerry spots Amy and grabs her. Before Charlie can react, Jerry kidnaps Amy right in front of him and vanishes into the night, taking her back to his house. Charlie screams her name, but it's too late, she's gone. Desperate and heartbroken, Charlie goes to Peter Vincent and begs for help. Seeing Charlie's pain, Vincent finally agrees to fight alongside him. He promises to meet Charlie at his house that night so they can prepare their weapons and plan an attack. That evening, the two arm themselves with everything they can: wooden stakes, holy water, crosses, and special vampire weapons. Together, they head straight to Jerry's house. As they step inside, what they find is beyond anything they imagined. The house is filled with people, Charley's missing friends, neighbors, and others who were kidnapped. But now, they're no longer human. Most of them have been turned into vampires. Their eyes glow red, and they move like shadows in the dark. To their horror, these newly turned vampires treat Jerry like a god. He is their creator, their master, and they follow his every command. When Jerry orders them to attack, they charge toward Charley and Vincent with terrifying speed. The two fight back, but they're careful not to harm anyone unnecessarily. They know these people were victims once, and they only want to destroy Jerry, the monster behind it all. Vincent hands Charley one of the weapons and tells him to be brave. Together, they push through the chaos until Charley finally comes face to face with Jerry. The vampire laughs, his fangs gleaming, confident that he can't be defeated. But Charley doesn't back down. With courage and determination, he uses the weapon Vincent gave him and strikes Jerry. A bright flash fills the room, and Jerry screams in agony. His body burns and turns to ash right before Charley's eyes. The nightmare is finally over. But their mission isn't finished yet. Vincent and Charley take out special injections they brought with them, a serum that can turn vampires back into humans. They quickly begin injecting everyone who had been turned, including Amy. At first, Amy's body shakes violently, her eyes glowing red. But after a few moments, the serum works. Her color returns, and she slowly becomes human again. Charley hugs her tightly, tears in his eyes. One by one, the other victims are cured too. The town is finally safe again. Charley, Amy, and Vincent stand among the survivors, breathing heavily but smiling. They've done it. They've destroyed Jerry and saved everyone. Charley thanks Vincent deeply for everything he's done. Vincent smiles and pats him on the shoulder, saying he couldn't have done it without him. They laugh together, finally feeling free after all the horror they've been through. The movie ends with the three of them stepping out of the house as the sun rises. The nightmare is over, and peace has returned. Charley and Amy hold hands, relieved and happy to be alive. Dear viewers, this was the story of Fright Night, 2011, a thrilling tale of fear, courage, and survival. Let us know what you thought about the movie in the comments section below. And until next time, when we return with another exciting movie recap, stay safe, stay curious, and stay tuned.